Burton, Texas. And we're just going to take a quick look at this town. There's not a conventional downtown as you can see here, but it is interesting all the same. An old gas station. Take a look at this building. A little artwork on the wall. An old building, the Kunz Art Gallery. When all else fails, hug a dog. That's good advice. Another little small building. This building right here is the old bank. Let's take a better look at it. Okay. Looks like the bank is now a bar. Nice old building. And looky here, we got the depot. I did not know they still had their depot here. This is great. All right, before we take a look at the depot, let's take a look at this wagon. So stagecoach. Wow, that is cool. Here's the story of the stagecoach. The whole thing's made out of steel. Okay, now to the depot. To walk around this. It appears that this depot was lovingly restored, and I appreciate that. Oh. We got a water cistern. Can't really see down there, but trust me, it's deep. Other side of the depot. Not sure what this contraption's for. This is just a winch. And here are two cabooses. Okay, we'll cut to the next spot. Well, we're back to that building we saw before, but I thought it was worth showing. The Coca-Cola sign is still there, just barely. But on the side of this building is the original Coca-Cola advertising from probably over 100 years. Very nice. I always look for that when I see these towns. So, yep. So, if you want to see it, this is the Kunz Art Gallery. Okay. We got a little seafood steakhouse right there. Crawfish is still in season. But not much longer. Let's take a good look at that big old house right there. Probably Victorian. Very beautiful. Take a better look at this side. I see a historical marker. Okay, this is a building that was built in 1875. And they had the first telephone in town. So there you go. And this is a neat little building. I'm willing to bet that this was the feed store. Which is now a real estate company. And it's a nice old building. It's probably over 100 years old as well. Alright, we'll cut to the next interesting thing in the town of Burton. Okay, we're back. This is right across from the depot. And it's the post office. It's not an old building, but it is a pretty building. So we're gonna show it off to the world. Well, looks nice. Okay. Here's another interesting building. Oh, this is the Cotton Gin Museum Cotton Warehouse. Okay. Well, let's take a look inside here. You got a Farmall tractor in there, and you got a old John Deere, and bales of cotton. You got quite a few bales of cotton. A couple of tillers, and another tractor in the back. Oop, and an old vehicle. Okay. Here, this old building that got restored. Probably a private residence, I'm not sure. And this building that has been restored. Let's see. This is a coffee shop. Oh. Okay. Well. And here's the park for the town. Coming up through the back side of it. Nice view of the fountain. Here's the back side of this building. We'll go back to that in a second. This is the Chamber of Commerce building. Tiny building. Sure they built that as a gag. Here is the list of the attractions of this town. We're in the Las Weirn Park Outside of the Washington Hotel, built in 1870. Now it houses a pecan tree. This is a memoriam of Fred Heine, 1987. And that appears to be a florist shop. Okay. Another little interesting building. I think it's in a blue building. And we're going to walk toward the Cotton Gin Museum, where that tractors were is part of that complex. As you can see, it's way over there. This is the old library. Oh, also Burton Auto Company. Oh wait, no, that wasn't a library. It's A.W. Huberich. Got the White Horse Tavern with a blessing box. So if you need some food, go right there. And here we go, the Cotton Gin Museum and the Roy Winkler Pavilion. Keeping the legacy of cotton alive. Let's take a look. I think we'll go inside, but we'll take a look at the outside. Here is the cotton gin itself. So if you don't know what a cotton gin is, it basically is a machine that removes the cotton seeds from the cotton. Used to you had to do it by hand, or it was very tedious, but they invented a machine to do it automatically, and it pretty much revolutionized the industrial age. And this is the building that houses that contraption. Cotton would come in on these wagons pulled by a tractor, be processed and spit out of those tubes when it's done. Here's another marker. This has been listed in the National Register of Historical Places. Very cool. Let's see, is there anything else to look at on this side? Some old outbuildings. Here's more. Big old motor which powers this operation, and that you put the belt on that and that would power the gin. And this has a 4-piston motor right there, and you got another one right there. I don't know how this works, but it's a big one. Oh, it's called a Waukesha gas engine. Here we go. Let's read this real quick. Okay. 6-cylinder Waukesha engine. Very powerful. And that little small one is called a pony motor. There you go. That's where all the waste goes. The shucks of the cotton. Okay. Got a big old water tower. Right. I think this does it for Burton, Texas. The neat thing about this town is it's on a hill. And I know it's probably not neat for everybody, but I grew up in a very flat area of Texas on the coastal plain, so I appreciate a nice hill. And this is outside of Brenham, Texas. I've driven past this place 1,000 times but never stopped, and I'm glad I did. It's a very interesting town and worth your time. Yep. That's all the buildings that I walked by. Well, that's Burton, Texas. Thank you for joining me on this little walk through this town. And remember, you're all dearly loved. I love those little old gas stations. You can see where the pump used to be. Love it. I was just about to leave this town and this caught my eye. It's on Texas Street. This beautiful old building. few buildings worth to take pictures of. We got Pigs Fly and Company. It's a little bed and breakfast, so if you want to stay here, well, there you go. Little antique store. Oh, look at that little bottle tree. Okay, now that really does it for Burton, Texas. Thanks for joining. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.